Notts County talk. It's finished. Notts County 4, Eastleigh 0. We'll go on to obviously the bigger issues in a minute, but I just want to focus on the game because it looks like we're not going to have one at Mead Lane for a while. That was a really, really good win.
Yeah, it was a good high kind of to end on, which might be for a couple of weeks now. But yeah, it was a real team performance. We had goals from all areas. And it was just an entertaining game. Like, there was lots going on. It did look like Eastleigh could score a couple of times, which wasn't that safe at parts. But no, great game. Great 3 points. And it just kind of secures that goal difference because it looks like it could be quite tight coming towards the end of points and stuff. So the amount of goals could really help us out there.
It literally, look, I think if we really wanted to, we could have got 3 or 4 more.
Oh yeah, easily.
Their heads had gone.
Yeah, I feel like after the first 2 goals, you could just tell they weren't in it anymore and that they were just kind of churning out the 90 minutes. But yeah, Notts had lots of chances and lots of opportunities where the balls went across the box and no one put them in. So yeah, it could have easily been 5 or 6, which is a great performance really.
I think the most important thing for me was the way Notts started, because Tuesday night we were slow against Aldershot. Today we were ready for it.
Yeah, Tuesday night was a really frustrating game, and I don't know what it was because the second half was just completely different against Aldershot, and the first half just kind of looked. I know he'd made a lot of changes, and he's been doing that quite recently, but that's just to freshen up his squad because he got a lot of Saturday and Tuesday games going. But it was just forced. Whereas in the second half they were kind of just playing it around a bit more. So this game, just to see them start off with that and start off with a bit more exciting, just look more energy, more lively.
Yeah, there's a variation in tactics now.
Yeah.
We're not the same every single game. People don't know how we're going to set up, because there was points in this where Enzio wasn't even on the wing.
No.
He was literally central, and I think it allows Carl Roberts to play a bit more.
Yeah, Roberts has been having a great couple of games recently, and he's a great alternative to having Enzio on the pitch as well. And I think just because of Ardley's been changing his squad around, like you said, teams don't know what they're going to come up against, and he's faced a lot of criticism for that against Barrow, especially when he made all those changes and everyone's why has he done that? And then he did it again against Aldershot, and he's kind of done it again, he's made 6 or 7 changes sort of thing. But it's working. You can't criticise him. He's giving his players fresh legs. He's giving the ones that need minutes as well, and it's working.
Coxey said that in his pre-match this. He said the players know when they're going to play. They've got cycles as well, 2 or 3 games. So I don't think heads are going to drop.
No, and they can't do, because they're all in it together as a team, which is very unlike last season where you could tell they were a bit disjointed. And they want each other to play. They want them all to be on the pitch, and they want everyone to get minutes and to get goals behind them, to keep clean sheets. So it's good to know that they all understand that they will play eventually, and that it's just kind of rotating the squad, keep it fresh, because there's a lot of games still to go that could build up, especially if we have this break. So it's be interesting to see how it turns out.
I think Wharton got man of the match, didn't he?
Yeah, he did, yeah.
I personally think it could have been one of 5 or 6 players. For me, Dennis was outstanding.
Yeah, I thought Dennis had a great game until they brought him off. Yeah, Wharton again was great, came with 2 goals. One of them was from Dennis' cross, which was a great floating ball in, and it looked like Wharton just kind of hung in the air for ages. So yeah, it could have gone either way, so it was a great team performance.
I think Dennis' cross was outshadowed by Roberts.
Yeah.
What a ball that is.
There seems to be great balls being played around, Doyle also played a great ball through, some of these that didn't come off that could have been easily goals. There's so many balls across the box as well. It's just great assists, and it's great to see that there's different link-up plays there, so that they can all interlink. If it's not Dennis on the ball playing them, it also can be Roberts as well.
Yeah, I was impressed by Bagan as well. He seems to have gelled really quickly into the team.
Yeah, especially for his age and his experience, he seems to just kind of hit the ground running, just cliche as it sounds. At times though, you did see Doyle kind of covering him, but Doyle's that experienced player, and he will do that, and I think he's just kind of looking after him. But no, he had a great game, didn't do anything wrong, he got a clean sheet out of it, so nothing more you can ask of him really.
Let's go on to the main issues surrounding this. Well, I'm glad the game was on.
Yeah.
The atmosphere was brilliant, and I think it's one of these things where something happens in the world and people get together.
I think it's just one of those things, you can either, people didn't have to come, and I know if you had a season ticket you can technically lose some money if you don't come because of the worries around it, and if I was an elderly kind of fan, I probably wouldn't have come, because you just got to take those precautions for yourself, and it's just knowing what's right for yourself. And I think to ban the postpone the EFL is probably the right decision, but you've got to look at the National League as well. Notts gets more attendances than most teams in League 2 and a couple in League 1. So what's the difference between us and them? And it's a bit weird because the experts have said it doesn't spread in crowds. You can't really get it like that. So it's a weird one. You just got to judge it, and I just kind of hope we can continue, because Notts are in such a good run of form, and I don't want that momentum to be stopped because of this. But I'm sure Ardley will keep them fit, keep them training, and it will just pick them up after it. But yeah, don't know what I'm going to do if we have a break for that.
I know, everyone's sort of confused, and I don't know. I feel like we've had these false starts with momentum this season where we've
Yeah.
gone 2 or 3, but this feels like the real,
Yeah, it does.
like kick on. I genuinely think, I know it's premature.
Yeah.
If we carried on, we would challenge Barrow for the title.
Yeah, especially because we've got a good run of games behind us. We're in great form, and we've hit this point. It's like such a crucial time, and it's such the right time to hit. And we beat Barrow. It shows that they can lose games. If you look at the run of games going to like the last kind of 8 or fixtures, whatever it is, we don't know how Barrow's got. But Barrow have got to play a lot of the top teams around us.
Quigley suspended.
Yeah, exactly. And that'll be a 3 games run for him. And because Barrow got to play a lot of top teams, they've also got to play a couple of teams that are around the relegation spot. So all these teams will be battling for places. Like they're not going to have an easy game. Like they're not going to come up against like a mid-table team like Eastleigh who've got nothing to play for. So yeah, they could easily drop points. Like they drop points against us, and it can happen again. So I think Notts just got to keep going in the right way, like they are.
Yeah, it's disappointing. We'll see what happens. But I won't shake
Yeah.
your hand. But thanks for joining us, Holly.
No
Cheers.
worries, thank you.